Hello, you guys. Renee Flamont here. This week, we've been talking about some of the tools the narcissist uses against us, right? Making us jealous as triangulation, making us think we're crazy as gaslighting. And I wanted today, it deserves special mention because so many people, me included, beat ourselves up over how we behave crazy. And I mentioned me stomping on the Chinese screen. I've done other crazy things too. And I think that when you start to file it into compartments that let you know what led you there, let you know how much cruelty was involved on their part to bring you there, it's not an excuse for the behavior. I truly do now advocate for trying, I wish I could have, for trying to get a handle on it. And I know it's nearly impossible when they're picking at you, poking at you with a burned fire poker, poke, and then you blow. It's nearly impossible to stay cool. But I know a few people, man, first of all, they don't allow it. That's the problem to begin with, is we have missed all the signs. We've landed in front of this kind of person who would do this to us, and now we're enthralled in the situation, and we're scraping to get out or survive. And you sometimes are very hard on yourself. And the reason I wanted to mention this is my narcissist twisted it around where I felt bad for how I was to him. And he used that. He might have done this, and this, infraction after infraction, but I behaved this way. So he saw when he mentioned that he tested me. I told you they test us to see how I would react. And I went, I know, I am so sorry. I should never have said that or done that or acted that way, or my bad. Once he knew I felt some kind of remorse, he kept reminding me of what I did. I felt like ground garlic. He kept like grinding me down, So now I feel awful about what I did. I couldn't even forgive myself. It's happened more than once with more than one narcissist in my life, not just a dating person. And they try to make you feel bad. You have to forgive yourself. You must, and here's why. If you carry that with you, and you allow yourself to concentrate on you stomping your foot in the rice paper holes of the Chinese screen, or something you threw across a room. I hear all kinds of insane stories. We all know people, whether you've done crazy things or other people. Okay, so the list is endless and infinite. If you concentrate on what you did and not at how you wish to grow and not do that anymore, you will stay stuck. Forgive yourself for acting that way. Recognize you were brought there by a fight. Recognize and say to yourself, because I do, I say, even though I was brought there to the brink of insanity from this person, I acted insane. I did that. I had a choice. And lately, I've walked away. When narcissists have tried to engage me, they'll say something or they'll whisper something, or they're trying to get your goat up, trying to get me to act insane so they can point and say she's insane. I'm giving nobody anything ever again. Ever. I don't want to give them evidence, but you did it, and I have too. And I forgave myself because I realized I've improved. I forgave myself because I remember that I was a good, loving person and didn't deserve the horrific things that were done to me. So if I acted a little insane, je m'excuse. Okay, we're all human. You're human. You're human. You found out someone you thought was supposed to love you, someone you trusted, did something that broke your heart into pieces. You lost your stuff. It happens. We're human. We can only take so much. We can only take so much. And when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're like a almost boiling tea kettle all the time. And at any moment, the whistle comes. And that's when you act crazy. And I feel bad when I hear women, they're so hard on themselves, because then the partner who gaslighted or triangulated you to begin with is feeding you that. You should feel bad. You should be apologetic. What can you do more? I found myself trying to do more to make up for my crazy behavior. How many of us have done that? Now I'm knocking myself out, back on that hamster wheel, trying to be really, really good, trying to not ask too many questions, not be a nag, look right, talk right. But now I look at that, I'm so into, and I think, he was good. He had me right here for a little bit. And I kept acting insane, and I kept giving more evidence. Because if you stay with a narcissist, they're always going to be more devalue. And I was already caught up in it. He already saw me insane. Why do I have to stop now? You have to stop for yourself. You have to take back that power for yourself. Because I felt powerless when I was acting that way. I didn't like it. I don't like that side of me. I don't like getting exasperated. I don't like getting out of breath. It's exhausting. You're crying. It's messy. I was just talking to my cousin this morning. We were talking about how the last 45 days throughout all the holidays, it was just joy, joy, joy. Not one argument anywhere, peppered anywhere. Nobody. Because I don't allow those kinds of people in my life anymore. And every single time you go through any kind of holidays season with a narcissist, something's ruined. There's a fight. You're in the car miserable. You get to the place, you act happy. You get home, you're miserable again. I didn't have any of that. I won't allow anyone in my life that makes me feel that way. And if they brought you to the brink and you acted insane, forgive yourself for yourself. Do not carry that forward with you. Even if you leave don't carry it forward that you're destined to behave like that. They brought you there to the brink. I get it. But you snapped. So wash your hands of that behavior and make choices to go forward and try not to snap again. That's what I try to do. Now, do I have triggers that I wonder if I will snap again? I do wonder. And I can snap. I told you before, I have a temper. I'm half Italian, half French. There's a lot of emotion running through here, right? So I feel like as long as I want to limit my time with people who trigger me. I want to limit my time with somebody that might have evidence of having this disorder or any toxicity, because I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to be tested. I don't want anyone to test me. That'll make me blow. If I know someone's trying to test me, which the narcissist does over and over and over again, they will keep picking on you until you blow, until you act insane, so that they can point and say you're insane. See, I'm right. She's insane. The whole thing leading up to it has undoubtedly been for you a horrible path. If you blew your temper or acted a certain way, I want you to forgive yourself and know you wake up. Minnie woke up to join us. I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not a psycho and you're not insane. You were brought to a place on purpose. Gaslighting is done on purpose. They make you feel that way. So that's where you were brought, and you didn't know which way was up and you acted that way. Please look inward and know that's not your heart. That's not the way that you act all the time. You don't intend to act that way, and you certainly don't walk through life acting that way. You were not only provoked, you were pushed into it. They will push until you behave that way. That's what I've learned. It's like a fire poker. They're trying to until you behave that way. That was their goal the whole time. I know. You might say, why? Who would want to do that? A narcissist person with this disorder. Just because they can. They like being able to control the outcome. They like being able to control how you feel. And you know what the funny thing is? Nobody can control how we feel. And nobody should be able to control how we react. And I've been working on this for years. And unfortunately, I have fallen victim to it. There's many times I wish I just left quietly, took my keys and left and never turned back. Why fight? Why throw down a Chinese screen and step on the holes? Why? Just leave. Why? So you try to make up for, once they make you feel bad for acting crazy, not only are you not forgiving yourself, you're so unforgiving yourself that you're now trying to do better and make up for it. That's why you have to forgive yourself. Box it away. It happened. You reacted to a train they had you on. You reacted to it. Box it up. Don't let it guide you going forward. Now you feel guilty, so you're trying to make it up to them. That's my worry. In you not forgiving it and carrying it forward, that's my worry. Because now you're going to do this much more. Every time they say, you really hurt my feelings when you said, you're going to feel terrible. You're going to hold them. They got you right where they want you. That's the whole point. So the sooner we forgive ourselves and move forward and say, I was human, I reacted, the better we are for us. I'm not worried about them right now. They can go on and find somebody else to control. I'm worried about us getting our stuff together, that they can't control our reaction anymore. You've got to forgive yourself. And just what happened, happened. Make peace with it. Go to confession if you want. Do whatever you need to do. Talk to someone, but then leave it behind and just don't let it happen again. Try to tell yourself, I'm not going to let anyone ill affect me that much that I react that way again. I just wanted to mention it. Hi, men. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.